For the past 60 days, I was a resident of the party and spring break destination, Cancun in Mexico. Today is my last day here. Actually, my flight is in less than 24 hours. So I thought now is the perfect moment to share with you everything that I think about this place. The very first aspect that I want to talk to you about is weather. Cancun weather is absolutely amazingly stunning. Perfect. I think if you are a sun seeker the way I am, Cancun would be the perfect destination for you. I was here from mid-October till December. Jesus. At least from October till December, you can go to the beaches, you can have outside activities or work from outside. That was my favorite part. It gave me so much inspiration and energy. The next aspect that I think is very, very important, and I wanted to add it at the beginning, that was the main concern of my parents, is safety.
You all took a life here today, the life of the party.
Mexico and in general Latin America unfortunately have quite a reputation when it comes to safety. I personally felt safe. There are two main reasons therefore. There is a ton of police everywhere all the time. Even on a psychological level, when I saw this big, and you'll see the Mexican police cars are very big, I would think twice about how I crossed the street. However, the second reason why nothing happened to me so far at least is because I am very aware of my surroundings. It's not only about Mexico in general. When you're traveling to an unknown city, especially it's very touristic, there are people that will try to take advantage of you. Also, I tried to take as least stupid decisions as possible. I know we're all in the YOLO mode, especially in these kind of locations, but as long as you still keep your head straight and you don't go to strange home parties with strangers, or you're taking different substances from people that you don't know, you should be fine. An important aspect that I want to talk about is obviously budget or cost of living. Mexico, or at least Cancun, is not as cheap as Asian destinations. To be fair, I think Cancun offers a good spectrum. So you can have anything from very comfortable, luxurious, all-inclusive resorts in the hotel zone up until hostels in the downtown area. Another very important aspect of cost of living is obviously food. And although I'll talk a bit later about how good it is, I want to talk about the prices of the groceries, for example, which are not that low. Although I always went grocery shopping to the local supermarket, every time I would spend at least $20. Obviously not for a whole month of groceries. However, if you're going for the street food, which is in abundance here, or into small local taquerias, then of course the prices that you'll pay are so much lower than you would pay in any other country. The next aspect I think is very important if you're coming here not just for a weekend trip, but to stay a little bit longer in the hotel zone. If not everyone, the majority of people speak English, even in the grocery stores. However, the moment you come to El Centro or the downtown area, I personally can almost never find anyone who would speak English. Even in the big mall area, in a lot of stores, if I needed something, people couldn't understand. The fact that people don't speak English in Mexico is normal, and it's neither good or bad. I'm just making you aware that if you are staying in the more local part of the city, in El Centro, and you're not going to touristic places, you either need to learn Spanish or you are comfortable with showing things that you need. To be fair, even with my limited Spanish, things work, but it needs collaboration, and don't expect everyone to understand you. You will need to put in the effort if you don't speak Spanish. And of course, I couldn't record this video without talking about food. Everyone knows Mexican food is good. It's good outside Mexico, and especially it's amazing inside Mexico. Mexican cuisine is very meat intensive, so if you're eating meat, that's awesome. If you're a vegetarian like myself, the options are a little bit more limited, and people are sometimes confused when you're asking for vegetarian options, but they exist and even they are amazing. If you want to go to a high-end fancy restaurant, you can in the hotel zone, but at the same time you can easily find a very local authentic taqueria with plastic chairs in the downtown area and enjoy food the way everyone around you does. Something that is extremely important for me every time I choose a destination is things to do there, and Cancun has plenty of those. Obviously, there are many beaches around here, and they're amazing and beautiful. If you're staying in a hotel in the hotel zone, there is a 99.9% chance that your hotel has a private access to one of them, or if you want to access it without being a guest, you can buy a day pass. Also, there are a lot of public free beaches around here, but also there are many things to do in the downtown area or a centro. For example, right now there is the Christmas market, which is very cute, and then there is Avenida Tulum, which is the main street with a lot of bars, some restaurants. There are a bunch of concerts in the city center too. If you want to get outside the city, you have plenty of options too. For example, you can take a ferry to Isla Mujeres, which is an amazing island, or you can take a bus to go to Tulum. If you're here, you need to visit Chichen Itza. Of course, there are a lot of cenotes around. I think Cancun is an amazing blend of culture and city life, but also so many parks in the city and outside, of course, as well. There's also an interesting fact that I didn't know where to include everywhere else, so I'll just add it here. In Mexico, the tips are very rarely included in the bill. When you're given the bill, you need to say propina, which is the tips, and say the percentage. It's either 5, 10, 15, 20, however you feel. Another random thing that I couldn't add anywhere else is that very rarely, actually never, I could never pay with my Apple Pay. I always needed my physical card to. Others category is transportation. I myself love walking, so if I have a chance to walk to a place, even if it's an hour or two, I will do that. If you really need to go, for example, from the airport to Cancun, taxi drivers will just dump on you and they will scam you. They will take so much money from you, and Ubers don't operate at the Cancun airport.
Cancun's taxi drivers take on Uber in a bitter fight for business.
What you can do is take the ADO bus. It's a rad bus. It's so much cheaper, and you just buy a ticket with your card and it brings you to the main bus station. Buses and minibuses in Cancun are a big thing. They're super cheap. It's 50 cents for one ride. The city is well connected in this sense. And a last random fun fact for people who would like to buy some alcohol. In Mexico, you can buy alcohol starting with 18 years old. And from Monday till Saturday, you can buy it from 10 a.m. till 11 p.m. in the grocery stores. And on Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Remember that, and don't be in an embarrassing situation like I was. In conclusion, I want to say that yes, Cancun lives up to its reputation of the Caribbean paradise. It is very beautiful, it's really nice, and it's worth visiting as a tourist, but also as a digital nomad. I think it's less busy and flashy than Mexico City because it's obviously smaller and it's not a capital city. But also it's big enough to have a lot of experience and have a rich life. It's not just a remote island on which you can only party and drink and just stay isolated. I mentioned it a few times throughout the video, and I'll say it again here. I think Cancun is great for the fact that it has a wide spectrum of things how you can experience it. If you want to just turn off your brain, you don't want to worry about anything, you can have it here. There are so many amazing resorts that will just take care of everything for you. But also, if you want to understand Mexican culture more, you can definitely live like a regular Mexican, go to normal shops and their local taquerias and just understand how people actually live here. Have you ever been to Cancun? If so, let me know about your experience in the comment section below. I think, again, because this is such a diverse and vibrant city, I think everyone has a different experience. So I would love to hear your story or read your story. Or if you have any questions or topics that I didn't address, also leave them in the comment section below. I'll try to answer everything. In the meantime, if you want to hear more of my voice, see more of my face, and prepare yourself for 2024, not just the regular things, but actually transform your life in 2024, I would recommend you to watch next this video, or you can definitely subscribe to this channel and thereby support my work. Thanks again, and see you next time. Bye bye.